Here we have Zelensky, emissary, senior delegation meeting with Rubio, Secretary of State, and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and coming out with a significant improvement in Ukraine's position. First, an end of the suspension of delivery of U.S. military aid and intelligence provision, which is critical for the Ukrainians being able to continue to defend themselves. And in return, Ukraine and the United States both announcing acceptance of terms for a 30-day, no condition ceasefire, end of the fighting, exactly where it is right now. No territory changes hands, no promises of anything beyond that, no guarantees about NATO, no promises not to join NATO, nothing like that. And now it goes to the Russians. And that is clearly not what the Russians wanted to hear. Now, what is on the table for Putin right now is accept a 30-day ceasefire with the lines of territorial control being exactly where they are, including the occupation of a small amount of Russian territory in Kursk by the Ukrainians who have been fighting there. And I suspect that Putin really doesn't want to accept that. So if you're Putin, what do you do? Well, one thing you do is you try to see how fast you can actually get a face-to-face with Trump so that you don't just talk about that deal, but you put it in the context of a much broader deal and you keep the Europeans out of it, which of course is essential to any larger deal that the Americans and Russians cut, because the Europeans continue to see Russia as their principal adversary, their principal enemy.